Welcome to another edition of the Nate Moore Show. Our show is brought to you each week by Reliable Heating and Cooling. I'm Carson Camacho, and here with me is Coach Moore. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
The Tigers are now 2-0 after an impressive 55-13 win over Glen Oak last Friday night. How important is it to you each week that your team gets off at a fast start?
A fast start is good. We don't go out trying to get to a fast start. We wouldn't be fast all the time. It's our goal to score every possession and to hold the opposition to no scores. So that's our goal all the time.
Mm-hmm. The Tiger offense scored touchdowns on their first 6 possessions. What stood out most to you when you think back on that?
Well, I'd have to say we operated very efficiently. We played well up front. And our quarterback did a good job distributing the football.
The Tiger defense held Glen Oak to 21 yards on offense and forced the 3 Golden Eagles to turnovers in the first half. What was the key to shutting down their offense?
Just playing good defense. Being very, very disciplined. Everybody reading your keys, everybody playing really hard.
Mm. How do you think your special teams performed?
Good at times. We gave up the one long kickoff return for a touchdown, which is not good. We've got to get that fixed. But other than that, pretty good.
In what areas did you see the most improvement from week 1 to week 2?
I wouldn't say there's one thing that you would point out necessarily. I think in most places we saw growth. The goal is to get better every week, everywhere.
Mm. In a moment, we'll meet a Tiger player and hear more from Coach Moore. But first, this word from Reliable Heating and Cooling.
There was a time when 10 miles to the gallon was acceptable. Today's 40-plus mile-per-gallon cars weren't even in the rearview mirror back then. Of course, this Lennox air conditioner wasn't on the radar either. It's solar-ready, the quietest, most energy-efficient air conditioner you can own. It's time to live in the now.
Call Reliable Heating and Cooling for the most advanced technology in heating and air conditioning. When you're ready to live in the now, call Reliable Heating and Cooling.
Get up to $1,600 in rebates or special financing.
Thank you, Reliable Heating and Cooling. Joining Coach Moore and I is senior Ben Kriegbaum. Ben, first up, tell us your jersey number and what positions you play.
Okay. I wear number 1 on my jersey, and I play inside linebacker for our defense.
You're one of the most experienced players on the Tiger defense. How would you say the defense has played in the first 2 weeks of the season?
Our defense has played really sound the past 2 weeks. We've read our keys and done our job, and we've been very successful, and that's showed on the scoreboard.
Now, as a senior, how are you accepting a leadership role on this year's team?
I like the fact that the younger guys look at me, and I like to just lead by example, do the right things, and work hard, and just show that if you work hard, good things will come.
What skills do you need to be a good linebacker?
To be a good linebacker, you definitely have to be very aggressive, not afraid of anybody bigger or stronger than you. Go and make a tackle, and just work hard.
The Tigers play their first road game this week as they will battle Warren Harding this Friday night. How about a mini scouting report on Warren?
Warren is a very fast team. They have a lot of athletic players, so our defense is going to have to be able to tackle an open space and just read our keys, and we'll be good.
Thank you, Ben. Coach Moore, tell us about Ben's impact on this year's football team.
Yeah, Ben's a captain for us, so he's a leader on our football team, and he's done a good job in that role. Like he mentioned, he's a lead by example guy, works really, really hard, and sets a great example for our younger kids.
Coach, your opponent this week is Warren Harding. Tell us more about their football program in general.
In general, the history of this rivalry goes back a long time. We were in a conference together. I want to say it was 1963 to 1978, the All-American Conference. Warren has the second most victories against Massillon all time, second to Kent McKinley. So this is an important game for us, important game for our program, and important game for the city of Massillon.
What can you tell us about the Harding offense and defense?
Like Ben mentioned, very good at the skill positions. Have a returning starter, a quarterback, good player with a big arm, and defensively very good at skill positions again. Have a couple guys returning, have a really good end, have a good inside linebacker. So they'll be athletic on both sides of the ball.
Lastly, what are your keys to a Tiger win this week?
Well, I think first off, we need to establish the run with our offense, and defensively, we need to stop the run, and then we need to win the turnover battle.
We want to thank Coach Moore and Ben Kriegbaum for joining us on the show this week. The Nate Moore Show has been brought to you by Reliable Heating and Cooling. I'm your host, Carson Camacho. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Tigers.
Massillon City Schools is proud to have one of the top career technical education programs in the state of Ohio, recently receiving a #1 ranking of the 93 districts in the area of achievement. Our Career Technical Education Department offers 14 pathways preparing students for college and careers. All students have the opportunity to participate and compete in their career technical student organization, as well as obtain valuable experience in the field while earning aligned industry credentials and/or college credit in high school. Visit massillonschools.org for more information.
Hey, it's Nicolina, your midday diva from Q92, and the Stark County Humane Society would like to invite you to our first ever tailgate party and puppy bowl hosted here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Hi, I'm Jackie with the Stark County Humane Society, and our event will be hosted Saturday, September 14th, 2019, 6:30 p.m. Doors will open. It is $75 per person. For more information, go to our website at starkhumane.org. On behalf of myself, Nicolina, thank you.
Welcome to another edition of Swing, featuring Tiger Swing Band director Jason Neel. We're on the air with you every Wednesday following the Nate Moore Show. Our show is brought to you each week by Howard's Tiger Rags in downtown Massillon. I'm your host, Jamie Joseph, and here with me is Mr. Neel. Welcome to the show, Mr. Neel.
Thanks for having me, Jamie.
So the Swing Band performed at halftime of last week's game against Glen Oak. It's like a game show theme. How did it go?
Well, all things considered, I thought it went pretty well. I know we talked about this last week, but we took a risk in doing a show where we couldn't plan out everything that was going to happen, and picked random people from the crowd. And I thought our contestants did a great job, and everything went as smoothly as it probably could have gone. And I think it was entertaining. I think the kids did a good job with the show. And I saw an improvement from week 1 in our marching. We're getting better each week. And so overall, I'd say I was pleased with how things turned out.
What kind of feedback did you get from the students and band parents about the show?
I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from like people who were in the crowd who saw it. People were entertained by it. Some of the band members commented to me that they heard the crowd was quieter than a normal show. I think they were all really paying attention to hear the questions and things like that. And sometimes when we're just playing music, you can hear people talking during the show. But there was a quiet crowd that meant that people were engaged in the show. So that was a cool thing. But all the feedback that I've gotten has been positive for it. I have heard from people that it was very different than anything we've ever done, and I would agree with that. And we're just trying to find things, maybe something every year where we're doing something we've never seen before or never done before. And I just like that about the band. We're always trying to do new things, and I thought the kids did a good job in responding to the challenge that I gave them and pulling off a show like that.
So the weather is definitely heating up this week. What kind of precautions do you and your staff take when we have warm weather?
Well, we've always asked the kids to make sure they're bringing water and hydrating themselves. But in rehearsals, when we notice the temperature going up, and we're kind of watching the students as they're rehearsing and making sure that we're taking lots of water breaks, or at least more water breaks than we would take. So just kind of keeping an eye on things, but it's tough because it is hot, and I know you know that.
Definitely. Is the band involved in any fundraising events right now?
Well, we just finished up our pepperoni roller fundraiser, and we'll be doing another one of those pepperoni roller things in January. So if you didn't get them this time, people can come, find a band member in January again. We also are selling those exact pepperoni rollers in our concession stands now at the games, so people can get them there. And we'll be doing our fruit and nut sale coming up here in a few weeks, but nothing currently, but look for that fruit and nut sale to be coming up soon.
And now this word from Howard's Tiger Rags.
Howard's Tiger Rags in downtown Massillon has the best selection of tiger apparel in the area. And once again, Howard's Tiger Rags is the proud sponsor of the Swing TV show on WHS-TV. Be sure to check out their large selection of infant and toddler apparel. You can even dress up your favorite pet in tiger gear. See their large selection of memorabilia along with mugs and glasses and your favorite tiger jewelry. How about a license plate holder or a tiger hat? Howard's has one to fit your style. Stop in at Howard's Tiger Rags in downtown Massillon and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Thank you, Howard's Tiger Rags. We're now a little more than a week away from the Swing Band Review coming up on Saturday, September 21st. Describe for us some of the details that go into presenting an event like this.
Well, this is a large event. We have to start planning way back in like February, where we're talking about which bands we're going to invite, and then obviously sending out invitations. And we get a lot of bands, want to come to be a part of our show. So that's one of the easy things we get to do is inviting bands. We have a great stadium, great venue for it. All the bands get to sit on the home side and watch all the other bands. So people like to come to our show. But once we've invited the bands, there's a lot of logistics in terms of, finding volunteers to host the bands and getting this, the stadium ready to go, and concessions and tickets and program and traffic and parking and things like that. So we have to put all that stuff together aside from getting the band ready to go, and it's going to be fun. We're going to do our game show again at the band review, so that'll be neat to see, and have some new contestants come down and try that one again. But we're looking forward to the Tiger Band Review on September 21st, and we do have our alumni marching with us, so put a call out again. Any alumni watching, please consider joining us. There's one rehearsal at 2 o'clock on that Saturday, and then we have a dinner for the alumni and the regular current band combined dinner. It's a lot of fun, kind of a reunion. So come back on September 21st.
Our Tigers play the first away game of the season this Friday night at Warren Harding. Can you share with us some of the travel plans for the band?
So right after school, we have our run through, and then we're leaving at 4:30, so there's not a lot of time to go anywhere or get dinner or anything like that. So our band boosters are providing dinner for the band. We'll pack dinners for the bus ride on the way over to Warren. And we plan to arrive at 6, which is an hour before kickoff, get things ready to go, make sure we're in the stands by the time Warren does their pregame, and then we're cheer on the Tigers to hopefully another victory.
And finally, what can you tell us about this week's Swing Band halftime show?
Well, we're going to repeat show 1, which is our Gershwin swing show. We didn't think we could take that game show on the road. So nice standard swing show. Hopefully Warren's crowd will like that. And we're going to do our cups and tables and everything we did for I Got Rhythm, and we're going to take that show on the road. So hopefully it goes well.
We want to thank Mr. Neel, the director of the Tiger Swing Band, for being with us on Swing. Our show is brought to you each week by Howard's Tiger Rags in downtown Massillon. I'm your host, Jamie Joseph. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Tigers.
I joined cosmetology because I've always loved coloring hair and different colors and makeup. I joined media because I've always had a passion for all things related to media.
I've always had a passion for teaching other people, especially topics that I'm interested in.
I want to pursue a career as an orthopedic surgeon. And so when I saw that we had this class, I immediately circled it on my schedule and was excited to join.
This class has made me better because it made me very responsible.
I like the relationships that I've developed in this class. The girls that are in here with me, I've really grown close with all of them.
I joined this class because I enjoy helping others and I want to make a difference.
Even like just making something and having people go, wow, that's really interesting. It means the world.
It was just a really good environment to be in. It was real hands-on, and it was just something I really wanted to do.
I joined the construction trades to gain experience in the job I want in the future.
Everything that this class has taught me will account for my career in the future.
Before I came to this class, I was unemployed and Ms. Markley helped me get a job.
I'm going to use what I learned in manufacturing in order to better decide my career.
It gave me more knowledge on cars and gave me plans to go in the auto industry.
Massillon CTE works for me.
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 Works for me.
For me.
For me.
For me.
Massillon CTE works for me.